In this last little chunk of this session, we want to just think about how to make sure you keep people on board, you keep them inspired. A great discussion, a well-facilitated discussion, can really generate the most amazing excitement and energy, and you'll notice it in the room. But when people leave the room, how do you make sure that that doesn't dissipate and disappear? Well, one of the things that we have learnt is incredibly important is to make sure that future actions and the notes from what was decided are kept clear and simple and circulated. So make sure before you start that someone in the meeting is taking notes. Before you end the meeting, which you must end on time, make sure everyone's clear on their next steps and agree how everyone will stay in contact. Now that sounds straightforward, but it's not always straightforward. And also agree the date and the point of the next meeting. If at all possible, after a meeting is finished, circulate simplified notes from it soon afterwards. And you want to make sure that it's straightforward to read, so use bullet points, short sentence structure, and the right vocabulary. This golden circle model is drawn from another area of work altogether. Simon Sinek is from the marketing world. But he has this very key and important, interesting point that he makes at the start of his talk. We've put the TED Talk there for you. You may or may not like it, but in case you want to go and see more. What he's saying is that when a group work together, they very often know what it is they want to achieve. And usually most of them know how they want to go about achieving it. But sometimes there's only a couple of people in a group who knows why they're doing it in the first place. Now that's a key thought for you when you're working with volunteers. Because if you're holding the why, then if you disappear from the scene, the holders of the flame disappear from the scene. So you want to have that conversation early on with a group of volunteers. Why are we doing this? So that they themselves have a real sense of ownership and direction. All of the approaches we've outlined here will be useful for you if you do want to build a group of volunteers or even team building. Facilitation is a great way of establishing a group ethos, agreeing the ways of working you want to adopt as a group, and also getting to know each other better, especially if you keep moving from small pairs or threes discussion into a bigger group. A good team of volunteers is invaluable. They're the local roots, they're the people who it really matters to, and that's why they're giving up their time. So it is worth taking some time to work with them to build them into a real group if you can.
To summarise, we've looked at the facilitator role and the importance of reflective practice. We've also looked at the relationship between mediation and facilitation and the use of dialogue techniques when dealing with deep-set divides. Finally, we've considered techniques to build effective groups and keep people motivated and on board. Don't forget to evaluate the session, complete and upload any assignments, and also follow up anything that you're interested in by checking out the additional materials folder. Thanks and goodbye. See you next time.